Hi, my name is Kirk Howard, and I want to show you in this video how to find some articles for your research assignment. We've got some great databases where we can broaden your search and narrow your search and find hopefully lots of great stuff for you. So to get to the databases, we want to start on the library webpage. And from any Merrillhurst page, you can click Show in Library right up here at the top. There's a link that says Show in Library. Once you're there, we want to go to the databases, and these databases are great. They index thousands of magazines and journals, so that looks through all these journals for you and hopefully finds you some great articles. So we click on databases, which is pretty much right in the middle of the screen. There's a tab that says databases right here. We want to go to the Business Source Complete database, and it's actually right here, Business Source Complete by EBSCOhost. So this is one way we can get to it. So I'm going to click right here, Business Source Complete. Since you're doing this from off campus, it's probably going to ask you for your Merrillhurst ID number. It's that 7-digit number, and your last name. And once you put those in, you'll see this database. So this is this Business Source Complete database. It says right up here at the top again. So this looks through many business-related journals and magazines. But we want to expand our search because we can look at a lot of other databases too. Some of you won't be looking at just specifically business topics. You might have other related topics as well. So right here, next to where it says Business Source Complete, there's a link that says Choose Databases. Click on this and you'll see a lot of other databases you can search at the same time. There's a lot of health-related databases like Alternative Health Watch. Some of these don't make any sense, like I'm circling one that says CINAHL. This makes no sense. If you hold your mouse over the little balloon, it'll tell you that this is a nursing database, and it is a really good database with a lot of healthcare journals. So if you're doing anything with healthcare or anything like that, this would be a good one to click. Click as many of these as you want. I'm going to look for some articles on wind power. So I'm going to keep Business Source Complete checked. It's always going to click Academic Search Complete. It's the very first database up here because this covers a lot of different journals from all sorts of topics. So I'm going to click that one. There are a couple of great environmental databases. Environment Complete down here and Green File are both very good sustainability related databases. I'm going to go ahead and click legal collection down here too because of what I'm going to be looking for. And there are a lot of others. If you're doing anything with education, there's Education Full Text and several others. It's good to look through these and just click at whatever ones look great to you. I think I'm going to go with those. So then I'm going to click OK. So now it's searching through several databases instead of just the business one. So this is great. I'm going to get journals from a lot of different areas. So I'm going to start my search. Actually, I'm going to search for wind power. And I put wind power in quotes. This way it looks for those two words together as a phrase. When you have more than two words, search for them in quotes. That way they'll look, like I said, it'll look for those words in that order. And I'm looking for articles on wind power and government support. You know, my topic is it good for the government to support wind power? So I'm going to type in government support. This time I'm not going to put it in quotes just because I'm going to keep my search very broad. I'm looking for articles on wind power and support and government, but those words don't necessarily have to be together. I'm going to get a lot of articles, I bet. I click search, and I get 660 articles, so that's a lot. A couple of ways I can narrow my search down. Over here on the left, it looks like the most recent articles from 2014. That's great. You'll get really current stuff here. Here, the oldest article is from 1984. That's 30 years ago. So I'm going to slide this little bar. I just want stuff from since 2010, let's say. So from the last 4 or 5 years, we're down to 325 now, so that's much better. So let's see what kind of articles we're coming up with. The second article looks very good. A Tale of Three Counties is the title of the article. Understanding Wind Development in the Rural Midwestern United States. This looks really great for me. Here are the authors. Energy Policy is the name of the journal that it's from. Fairly current. It's from May of 2013. All the information I would need for my APA citation is here. When I click on the article, I will always get a summary, which or an abstract that summarizes the article. This is really good to read. It'll give you a really good idea about what the letting you know what the article's about. You'll get a pretty good idea whether or not you want to read the article. It's also good to look at these subject terms, because these might give you additional subject search terms. So it looks like wind power plants might be a good one. Wind turbines instead of wind power might bring me up additional articles. Community support might be great. Local government might be very good too. I want to show you one more neat thing. If this is an article I want to read, you'll be citing these APA style. If you click over here on the right, there's a logo, an icon that says Cite. When I click on this, I'll get the article. It'll give it to me in different citation formats, including APAs right here. I could cut and paste this and put it in my paper. Be sure to proofread these, because sometimes this makes mistakes. APA is very specific on how they want their citations. Sometimes this might capitalize something that should not be capitalized. In this case, they did a pretty good job. But yeah, totally proofread it, look at your APA book, and make sure that it's done correctly. But this actually does look pretty good, surprisingly enough. I'm going to go back again. Sometimes you get the article, the full text of the article, right up here where it says PDF full text. For a couple of these, that means if I clicked on that, I would get the full article. This article that looks really good to me, it does not say PDF full text or HTML full text. It does say find full text as shown library. If I click there, it'll tell me if we have it available in any other database. Sometimes it does, and I'll get it right away. Sometimes I'll get this note, which is basically saying we don't have this available right away for you. So then I would just close this. But this does look like a really good article to me. And I can request it through Interlibrary Loan. I really encourage you to do this if you've got a couple of days. All I would have to do is click on Request Item through Interlibrary Loan, this link right here, and put in my name, my ID number, and my email address. The article information's already there. And I'd hit Submit. And I would typically get this article in 2 to 3 days. Sometimes it might take 4 or 5 days. Usually it's pretty fast. And the article would be emailed to me, so I don't have to come to the library. It's free, of course, so I don't have to pay anything. I know you guys are under a tight deadline, but you might find some great articles that are not available to you immediately. Go ahead and request them, because they might really help you out, and hopefully they will get to you very, very quickly. And sometimes they do, they are available to you full text right away. This right here, when it says PDF full text, that's what that means. I also want to point out to you, over on the left, when it says academic journal, that means it's a scholarly source, scholarly journal. Sometimes it'll say periodical. That's more of a magazine. These can still be very helpful, very credible sources. But the academic journals, that's where they're peer-reviewed. There's usually references in these articles. They're written by experts. So your instructors might want you to use mostly academic journals. They might let you use a couple of periodicals, which are magazines like Time Magazine, the one down here, number 7, Ecologist. Those are more magazines written for the general public. But there's some really good stuff in there too. But when you can, go for these academic journals. They're longer articles to read, but they really dig into the topic that you're looking for. So this is all about finding articles in the Business Source Complete database. I want to remind you again, Once you get to the Business Source Complete database, click on Choose Database. Choose Databases. That link at the top, and click whatever other databases look good to you. I do want to show you one more database outside of these databases. I'm going to go back to the main library webpage. If I go to Databases again, and if this time I'm going to go to Databases A to Z, and there's a database called Congressional Quarterly that's really good. I'm going to click on C right here and go down under the C's. This is just a long list of alphabetical list of our databases. CQ Researcher. CQ stands for Congressional Quarterly. So CQ Researcher is great. Every week they look at a specific topic. Some of these might be really helpful for you. This week they're looking at voting controversies. But I'm going to type in wind power to see if anything's been done about this. And it looks like the last time was about 4 years ago. In April of 3 years ago, April of 2011, they had an article about wind power. And these can be really helpful. The topic this week is wind energy good for the environment? And they do a current situation, background, a lot of footnotes and sources here you can look up. Also, each week there's a pro and con. This is really cool. This is where they'll ask a question. In this case, should the federal government do more to support wind energy? This is exactly the topic I was looking for, so this could be really good for me. And they have an expert that from each side. Somebody says pro, gives the pro side, and somebody gives the con side. So this can be very helpful for you. Really good information here. So once again, this is CQ Researcher. This is another place to look for information. Your main source will probably be the Business Source Complete database where I'm at again here. And so check these out. Let me know if you have any questions. Contact us at 503-699-6261 or reference at merrillhurst.edu. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys.